Welcome to the International News Channel, News LD. Today we present to you a news entitled,
Marseille concedes a draw in Lorient and loses ground on Lens. The Marseillais Jordan Veretout, blue jersey, and the Lorientais Julien Ponceau, through the Ligue 1 match, April 9, 2023, in Lorient. JEAN-FRANCOIS MONIER /AFP Olympique de Marseille made away matches their specialty, however, hung 0-0 in Lorient. Missed the chance, Sunday April 9, to proceed their sequence and come again as much as Lens, second, on the finish of the 30th day of Ligue 1. On the finish of the weekend, solely two groups in the highest five can smile. Paris Saint-Germain, nonetheless the chief with a 6-point lead after their victory on Saturday in good, 2-0, and RC Lens, now solely second in the standings after his success on Friday towards Strasbourg, 2-1. The membership of the capital and its Dolphin will face subsequent Saturday on the Parc des Princes for the match on the high of the 31e day. The Marseillais, third, are 2 lengths behind Lens 8 days from the tip and have misplaced factors in the race for the Champions League. It is a disappointment. The match was inside our attain, however we missed issues in the final gestures, acknowledged Matoga Ndouzi, on the microphone of Amazon Prime, after the assembly. There isn't any stress, there are nonetheless a lot of matches. Learn additionally, article reserved for our subscribers in Marseille. Tudor the pragmatic transcends on Marseille stops at 8 away wins, attentive and unapologetic. The Lorient protection put and finish to Marseille's sequence of 8 right away wins, even when Les Merlus, 10e45 PTS, lacked an excessive amount of edge to do higher. Certainly, Marseille rapidly put stress on the opposing camp. However, solely Chilean striker Alexis Sanchez actually knew tips on how to create hazard. On the Lorient facet, if the protection held agency, the absence in midfield of Laurent Abergel, suspended, and Nzola Fee, sophisticated the ball outings. Regardless of the whole lot, Romain Favre prompted the primary chills by profiting from poor management from Leonardo Baladi. Left alone in the direction of the purpose, he didn't resist the return of Samuel Gigot, 6e, reverse, Sanchez under-despaired the Marseille supporters. Effectively served by Sanchez, he shot Vito Manon, 12e, or subsequent to it, 47e. And, recovering from an unhealthy restoration from the Lorient goalkeeper, he dived and missed the goal, 35e. Struggling for months, his Marseille teammates Jonathan Clauss and Nuno Tavares virtually discovered the appropriate connection. However, the strike from the appropriate piston, served by the left piston, was deflected, 40e. And the Portuguese then discovered Jean-Victor making go on a full-axis strike, 65e. Learn additionally, article reserved for our subscribers. Ligue 1, in Monaco, we wish to do higher with much less reverse. The defector Bamba Dieng, who arrived in Lorient in January, steadily gained energy, first eclipsed by Adil Achish, who was celebrating his first tenure in L1 in the Lorient jersey, earlier than forcing Pau Lopez to a reflex parade on a resumption of the left in the floor, 63e. And in a vigorous finish to the match, the Merlus, who had misplaced all their matches towards since their rise to the highest flight in 2020, even took the posh of being essentially the most harmful, inexplicit by Ibrahim Akone, got here on in place of Dieng for the ultimate 10 minutes. Bitter feeling for Monaco, who should additionally look in their rearview mirror, can think about themselves fortunate that Monaco, fourth, didn't sustain the tempo in Nantes regardless of a 2-goal lead at halftime. On the heels of their qualification for the Coupe de France remaining, Wednesday towards Lyon, 1-0, the Canaries and their public regained the higher hand in the second half, and the inevitable Ludovic Blas ended up equalizing in the 78th minute, 2-2. The Monégasques stay 3 factors from the rostrum. We clearly depart L'Objoire with a bitter feeling, railed on Canal Plus Axel Disasi, dissatisfied scorer for Monaco, who additionally lets slip useful factors. Publication Paris 2024. Le Monde deciphers the information and the challenges of the 2024 Olympic and Paralympic video games. Register. Determined for elimination in the semi-finals of the Cup, Lyon can rub their arms in entrance of those outcomes, after having signed a second success in a row in Ligue 1. After PSG, 1-0, Ol dominated the Stade Rennes on the finish of a beautiful second interval, and superior to the tip of the weekend in 7th place, preserving the hope of snagging 5th place, synonymous with qualification for the Europa League convention. Learn additionally, article reserved for our subscribers. Ligue 1, Olympique Lyonnais struggles towards its downgrading. Within the combat to take care of, Ajaccio and Troyes have, for his or her half, fewer and fewer arguments on which to rely for his or her finish of the season. The Corsicans, 19th, had been largely dominated, 3-0, by a direct competitor, Auxerre, 15th. The two groups are actually separated by 8 factors. Troyes additionally misplaced at house, towards Clermont, 2-0, and stagnated in 18th place, forward of Ajaccio and Angers and behind Strasbourg, overwhelmed Friday by Lens, 2-1,